Tonight in The Price of Freedom, a story of service, war, history, and a love story too. This story begins in the 1930s when Lila Arp was 6 years old. She and her family moved to Rossville, Georgia. Not long after that, she met a young man named Ray. Lila Arp says she feels like she's known her husband her whole life, and for the most part, she has.
We all went to this little country church to sing, together, and so we got sitting together in church when I was about 11 or 12 years old, and then we sat together on the school bus.
They were sitting together in Ray's front yard on December 7th, 1941, when they heard the radio reports of the attack on Pearl Harbor.
We were country people, and with no place to go, and so we just sat out on the porch in the swing or out in the yard.
Everything was stopped. The next day, everything was buzz.
Ray was still in high school then. He graduated in '42. He was drafted the next year.
I was trained to be artilleryman, but when I got overseas, I was a replacement for people.
He worked as a field lineman in communications in the Army. He climbed poles and put up telephone lines.
I didn't know how to climb a pole. And just, I was shaking my legs when I had to climb a pole, but I made it.
Those lines helped the Allied forces communicate through Europe in World War II. Mr. Arp landed in North Africa first, then into Italy. He joined his unit on Christmas Eve, 1944.
The corporal said, "Come on, boy, we're going to go get some experience." And we got up there, it was dark, but we could hear those Germans globbing them field artillery in there, and we could hear it. And you didn't have to worry about the one you could hear, is that one that you can't hear.
He climbed those poles as the German soldiers shot at him. He climbed them in Naples and Rome, then to France, and finally in Germany.
I wrote to him every night. Those 2 years.
Ray Arp came home from the war to Walker County in 1946. Lila was a senior in high school. She graduated in June. They got married in August.
He's been a good one. He's a good, fine Christian man.
They've been married now for more than 71 years. Ray Arp told me he had 4 brothers. They all served in World War II, 2 Marines in the South Pacific, 1 in the Army Air Corps in Europe. All 5 Arp brothers made it back home to Walker County after the war.